Hello everyone. Right now we are going to learn about the table in HTML. So when you will design a website, it could require some tables for putting some data, and we are going to learn these things in this lesson. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do now, I will write the code, I will make the table, and I will describe which tags or which attributes working for which purpose. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. Okay, so in my line number 68, I want to declare a style tag. Okay, so you can see here, this is my style tag, and I have the opening style tag and I have the closing style tag. So inside my opening and closing style tag, I need to put some attributes. Let me write table tr, that means table raw, then I'm putting comma, and after comma I'm going to write td, that means table data, and here I'm going to take the second bracket, and inside the bracket I'm going to type border, and in here I'm going to type 1 pixel solid black. Okay, so I just declared some attributes for my style, and in here I use some table raw, table data, and I declared the border. So border will be 1 pixel and the color will be solid and the black. Okay, now I have to start working with the tables part. So this is what I did. I just declared this style part. Actually, these style things are the part of CSS or cascading style sheet, but I'm using here because when you will learn CSS, it will be more familiar with you. That's why I'm using the CSS in here. Okay, so in line number 72, I'm going to type table tag. So this is my opening tag and this is my closing tag. So I'm placing my closing tag in here of table. And remember one thing, please make sure that opening style tag and closing style tag are not make any conflict in between of style and table. Okay, so in my table for opening tag, I have to put some attributes. So therefore, you know how to put the attributes. I'm pressing space button from my keyboard, and in here I need to declare the style. So let me type style, and in between of opening and closing quotation mark, let me type width, and for width I'm going to pick the 50%. Okay, so I just declared the attributes for my table, and now inside my opening and closing tag in line number 74, I'm going to write tr, this tr tag, that means table raw tag, and I'm placing my closing tag of table raw in here, and after the opening tag I'm writing here another tag, that is td, that means table data, and in here I'm going to write name, and again in line number 76 I'm going to type the td, that means table data, and here I'm going to write address, and in line number 77 I'm going to type td, that means table data, in here I'm going to type phone. Okay, and now I'm going to save it. So let's take a look how it's look like in our live server. Okay, you can see here we placed the table properly, name, address, phone number. Okay, but we just added the name, address, and phone number, but till yet we don't have any value. So therefore we need to put the value in our table, and we are going to do that right now. So let's get back to our Visual Studio Code, and in line number 80 again I need to type tr, that means table raw, and I need to put my table data in between of opening and closing tag. And in table data, at first I need to type the name, that is nerding, In second, let me type TD, that means table data. In here I'm going to write California, and in third line or in third table data I'm going to write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so this is just a demo phone number. So now I'm going to save it, and now let's take a look how it's look like in our live server. Okay, you can see here that we got our value in here. So in name we get the name in here, in address we got the address in here, in phone field we got the phone field. Okay, so you can see here we perfectly added the table in here. Now let me explain you how these things are worked in HTML. Okay, so let's start with the style first. So in here we declare the style, what will be our style and what will be the color of our table. That's we declared with the style, that our border will be 1 pixel and the color of the border will be black, the type of the border will be solid. This is what we declared in our table data field, as well as for the table as well as for the table raw. And this is what we declared inside our style. Then when we started to writing the table tag for declaring the table, this is our opening table tag and this is our closing table tag. And in between of opening and closing table tag, with the first tr, that means table raw, we declared name, phone number, address and phone number. So this is our table raw. So this tr is for table raw, and this tr stands for this line. This is what we declared. This is our table raw. But these words are not included with the table raw. But the value or the elements are not the part of tr. These things are the part of td, that means table data. So you can see here with tr we declared the line, and with td we provided the elements in here. So this is our line and this is our data. So what we did in here, we applied the same things, but instead of providing same things, we provided the data. And we make sure that in first list we got name, so therefore we have to put the proper answer or the name we have to put in here in first order. In second order we applied address, in second order we applied the address in here, and here is the third order phone, and here is the third order number or answer is the phone. So this is the first line and this is the second line. This is in first line we declared the title, and in second line we declared the answers or the value. So this is the simple process, and you can see here this is the opening table raw tag and this is the closing raw tag. Please make sure that you are not making a complication for opening and closing tag, because if you are not able to put the proper closing tag, in that case you may not have the proper output. Therefore you must have to follow the opening and closing tag as well as the elements or attributes in between of opening and closing tag. So this is how you will create a table in HTML.